like. Look at the broadcast. I play that Madden, cuz. Yeah, I'm finna play it now. I'm finna play with your team, though, man. They gonna give me that victory. No, I gotta play with them Ravens, cuz. Shit, one person watching, ain't nobody watching. Yeah, one person is me.
Yeah, you better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettucemen. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends.
You let these white boys Iraqi, cuz.
Open sores, open doors like a Trojan horse. No remorse, I make law fact like college course. Making seconds to records and textures you could never. Touch the circle, I roll and you overstepped your effort. I'm the shepherd and leopards, I'll pull you back together. You fall apart, I'll put it back. I'm a scoundrel with my 10 works adventures.
That's what I'm thinking about doing. Back there in the back, you know what I'm saying? In your head, turn into a podcast. Oh, I got beat last time I played. 180-0, lost. Who beat me like that? My mistake. What the fuck I didn't lose like that last time I played, man. Shit, I ain't gonna lose this time. Did I even pick a team? We
are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014. As you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, I can give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Jason Elam on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They keep it on the ground again. It's Perry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
They run with Perry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to
Man, you got, man, you crazy as hell. You got refrigerator Perry right
second and 11.
Gotta get that man up out of there. That is wild.
They'll try to throw now. Young. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Elam on here for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's Rodgers to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
We have seen before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now Perry bulldozes past him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off the play fake, Young. Over the middle, here to Coates. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Final 30 seconds in this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Perry. Brought down at the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but
getting kind of dangerous. Feels like it's a loaded. My mind stunning like a cloud of dust. My heart always wants to run. Oh, if you want to cowboy on a wild horse, right now into the sunset, if that's the kind of love you want to wait for. Hold on now, girl, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. Wild horse.
Who you think I need to play with, the Eagles? The motherfucking Eagles ain't gonna lose. Yeah, they got a whole Aaron team up out there, and I was happy about it. I don't know who people thought I was going for. It wasn't the Chiefs. Yeah, Aaron, you know, he did better than I thought he'd do. But nah, that Super Bowl had
A good neighbor to nearby
he used to the
downtown
Chiefs
Phoenix.
that
We're
win.
at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go in Glendale. DJ Dallas now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Murray here on 1st down. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense, guys up front, and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Connor here from the gun. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First and 10, Murray. Makes the connection to James Conner. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Running there to haul it in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Straight ahead, it's Conner. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. He's on the move. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. All right, still scoreless through one. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. Conner has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Second and goal, it's an option to the left. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cardinals get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I can still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
On the return, Britton Covey. Returns looking good so far. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Hurts comes out throwing. And his first pass falls incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Cardinals take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off, and they did in the biggest of ways.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's got a modest gain up to the 41-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. The Eagles in need of some points before the break. 3rd and 4 coming up now. A play fake now hurts to throw. Fires right away, but incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute, convert on these 3rd downs.
Oh, and it's a fake. Punter with the football. Pass caught. And he's out of bounds. That is not going to be enough. He made a bid for it, but he was a couple of yards short. That's a turnover. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Now Murray on the play fake. He's got him. That's McBride. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. This one's caught. And in for the Arizona touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
He'll run for it on the option right. Oh, yikes. That 2-point try was headed the wrong way. Just about everything going wrong on that attempt. Now Prater on to send it away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Hurts. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Sets them up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. 73. Working inside the red zone. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. This will be cut by Connor. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He's got Harrison. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to the air, Murray. Escapes the pocket. Jukes out a 1-stop. And they bring him down around the 34. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play action now, Murray. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And this stays a 1-score, 8-point game. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. Launches one deep downfield. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Prater on to send it away. Covey now to return this. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Hurts now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. Couldn't manage even a yard on that run, so now it's 4th down.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
And here we go. It's another fake. And it's intercepted. The defense wasn't fooled at all. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Cardinals get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Not every fake is destined for the highlight reel, and that one's going to probably make the low light reel. They were all over that one from the start. Picked up the targets and coverage just about anywhere they threw it. An interception was possible.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Connor. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. One more time with Connor. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Cardinals push their lead further to start the half. It's a James Conner touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going.
Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching him off guard, the chance for success, extremely low.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like...
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson makes the play. And the Cardinals have it at the 35-yard line following the turnover.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
That pass is complete to McBride. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a gain of 4. And that's a Cardinals first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He'll get this one to Connor. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Offense up to the line fast. First down carry for Connor. And he only gets this one down to the 9. It's a gain of 3 for him, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second down now, 7 to go.
What?
Now it's a bootleg for him. Escapes out to the left.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
What?
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Matt Prater for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21. Now Prater on to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. They go to Barkley again. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Eagles hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. All right, set now, 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Dallas with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Short pass brought in. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Finds his target, Ryman. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's complete. Here's Connor. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Buys time, rolling right. He's got him. That's McBride. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Cardinals first down. From the red zone now. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Back to the line they go. It's second down. A play fake now hurts to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing now. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.
Trying to dodge a sinning. Just walked out the lavish store, pair of shoes, $12.50. You want to boss up your life? All you gotta do is get in with me. I don't even pay to get in the club. They know I'm a walking tick. I'm presidential leaving the club. We ain't stopping at no lights. You wanna be a boss? You gotta pay the price. Left wrist on frost, look like a bag of ice. I'm driving a Bentley Bentayga like I don't love my life. I'm in that thing shifting and I'm lane switching. Big, I'ma stand on straight business. Ducking on like Blake Griffin. He keep talking, bro, gon' leave his missing. Baby, these all white, these ain't no Hirachi. Bad, 50 flow, ain't hibachi. I got 10 missed calls, all my mad at me. Valet Park Designer District, I'm going straight to gallery. Yup, phone ringing, yup. Hating, yup. Jury blinging, yup. Yup, phone ringing, yup. Hating, yup. Jury blinging, yup. I was bad in school, now I'm trying to dodge a sin. Just walked out the lavish stove, pay a shoe, $12.50. You wanna boss up your life? All you gotta do is get in with me. I don't even pay to get in the club, they know I'm a walking tick. I'm presidential leaving the club, we ain't stopping at no lights. You wanna be a boss? You gotta pay the price. Left wrist on frost, look like a bag of ice. I'm driving a Bentley Bentayga like I don't love my life.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air is Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The tight end in motion right. Jackson rolling to his left. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's Cook again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Allen now looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Cook running right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen going to throw. Flushed out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Pass 85, pass 85.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir from 4 yards out. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Jackson out to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. That's Dorian Williams who got there for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. A handoff running left, Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now is the punter, Jordan Stout. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Middle. Alert!
To the air, Allen. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. Down to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman, 70 yards. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Pressure comes and down he goes. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
They'll roll him out right.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick-6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
Now Allen to try again after the pick-6. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick-6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Here's Allen.
Now he fires deep for Shakir. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
56. Regular.
Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Alert!
Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So Allen's going to look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, 49 yards. And the Bills will add to their fourth quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. It's caught. Mitchell finding room at midfield and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Jackson. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
But Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
Steps away. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Hey, home. Look out.
Now Allen. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And this is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He may go. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved.
And my goodness, another interception. And bulldozing his way through. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Alert!
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He'll look down the field here for Kincaid.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked at